It's back to the drawing board for union workers at a Pike County, Illinois cannabis grow facility.
This comes after a contract vote failed to pass.
We outside! We outside! We outside! We outside!
Dozens of Ascend Wellness workers were outside of the Barry facility today. Picketing workers voted down the latest contract offer from Ascend yesterday. 28 days ago, around 300 cultivation, processing, and distribution workers represented by Teamsters Local 916 went on strike, citing unfair labor practices.
A lot of people are concerned about the health care. That's really the biggest one that people are throwing around, and they just feel like the company can do a little bit better on that side. As well as next in line would be wages. People don't feel like they're getting enough.
We've been going through this process for a while, 13 months of negotiating. One of those months was we were on strike, and we're doing this for better wages, better insurance, more workplace protections, and we want that fair contract, and until we get that fair contract, we outside.
The Teamsters vice presidents say the union filed charges against the company for violating the National Labor Relations Act. WGEM has made multiple attempts to contact Ascend Wellness for comment. There's no word if and when there will be another contract vote.